Jordan Brand officially unveiled the Air Jordan 40 years of Air Jordan, which is crazy to think. I say that every year, but it's true. It's wild. Have there been more signature sneakers? No. But what do I think about them? Well, let's find out. Hey, what's going on, guys? My name's Chris. Welcome back to the official WearTesters.com YouTube channel. Today we are discussing the official unveil of the Air Jordan 40. Ooh. And this is going to be a little bit different than what we did with the Shy ones from Converse. Is it Shy? Shay? Shay, my bad. Me, you guys, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But that shoe I actually had in hand. I was able to touch it, feel it, see everything, all that stuff. This is a little bit different. Obviously, it's just an official unveil, so it's essentially an online post by the brand. However, a lot of the tech we already know about or we've used before, both you and myself. So that's, going to be what our impressions are going to be based off of. But I am going to try to hold a lot of things back for when I actually get the shoe in, because I already see stuff that's in there that I want to talk about, but I don't want to blow my load too early. So first things first, I'm just gonna say right off the bat, this is what a fucking shoe should be. When you look at this, does the design look plain? Yeah, sure, but look at it. I mean, really look at it. The whole shoe is built out of actual materials, like leathers, suedes. It's actual shoe manufacturing. It's not gluing and hot melting plastic and textiles together. This is exactly what a basketball performance sneaker should be. This is going back to their roots, and sometimes they do this, sometimes they don't. When they do it, like with the Air Jordan 35, for example, they boast about it. They're like, yeah, we're going back to our roots. We're going to be using raw materials again. And then the following year, they'll go right back to using cheap materials that are low cost production type of materials. And it's just really, like, as a consumer that's been buying these products for his almost entire life, it's disheartening and it's deceitful. It's not better for performance, it's better for their pockets. So seeing something like this that's about to hit shelves supposedly on July 12th, according to the press release, I think that that's awesome. The $200 price tag, yes, that's expensive. Is that unheard of in the Air Jordan Signature series? Granted, the first shoe to release for $200 at retail did come with a giant briefcase, but that's neither here nor there. All I know is that I'm excited. I am every season for the brand new flagship model. It's one of those things that I was always looking forward to as a kid, especially while watching MJ play, is that you were watching his feet too and being like, man, I can't wait to see those on shelf, to be able to pick them up, hold them, feel them, hopefully try them on, and if I can afford them, buy them. And that last part never happened.
I'm just a poor boy, nobody loves me.
But I'm an adult now and I got adult money, so it happens often.
My life is good. Really good.
The traction looks pretty good. It does not look very durable, but it looks pretty good. You know what I mean? Like, it looks like it'll grip in multiple different directions. I'm hoping that the rubber is super tacky. If it's anything like what they used on the previous model, the Air Jordan 39, then I don't think we're gonna have anything to worry about. Traction on that shoe is one of its greatest aspects. The cushion is something that they're touting as remarkable. They're touting it as the first of its kind. In the press release, at least in the email that I got, I don't remember if this is over at the Nike News press release, but it specifically states, and I quote, "The Air Jordan 40 is the first shoe in Nike Inc. history to combine full-length Nike Zoom X foam with full zoom strobel technology." To which I'm like, bro, that's the only thing that you got to market? This is my one nitpick, and it's a pretty big nitpick. I don't know if you remember, but last year's model, the Air Jordan 39, that shoe that's still on shelves right now, it's got full-length zoom. It's just under the Zoom X foam. So they put it on top, and they're like, ooh, first of it, like, and yes, I know that this is a zoom strobel unit, but full-length zoom is full-length zoom, dude. Like, come on, man. We're talking about semantics here. So yeah, I just thought that that was really weird. But hey, whatever gets the hype beast juices flowing. Now, in terms of the way that they're gonna feel, this is where they have a real good opportunity to upgrade what they built on with the last model, because the last model, while they felt incredible underfoot, the torsion aspect and the overall support aspect was heavily lacking. Now, based off of the images and the little video clips and breakdowns that they provided, it does not look like a shank plate or a torsion plate has been included. However, it does look like that they have caged the holy shit out of the midsole foam. It also looks like the midsole foam sits a little bit lower than last year, which is going to be great for stability and just overall support. So hopefully this is a definitive upgrade to last year. It's always like kind of a bummer when you play in one shoe and you're like, man, this could have been amazing. And then you play in the very next model and it's like, well, that's what we were hoping for. So, and it's like, you know that they could do it the first time. It's just maybe they're rushing the product out. Who knows? This always begs the question of like, how long should brands wait before putting out the next flagship? Should they wait until it's perfect and really ready to go? Or do they hit these deadlines and say, fuck it, it's good enough? But yeah, from a cushion standpoint, I have no doubt that this is gonna be phenomenal. Is it gonna be the best cushion shoe on the market? I'm not gonna say definitively yes until I actually try them on, but from the sounds of it, it seems that way. Materials, again, they just look fantastic. Could they be? Yes. It just looks like they're going to be using or trying to use something actually premium for once. Or I shouldn't say for once, but again. And that gets me really excited. Even the small touches like the behind the tongue, where you would typically get the hot melt size label tag back there. This one looks like it's like a really nice leather. It looks like it's kind of like been lasered or printed etched onto it with a lot of the information that would be on those size labels. I'm sure that there still is a size tag in there somewhere, but it's just really cool to see that there. And I love the little call out on the insole where it says quality basketball products inspired by the greatest player of all time. Obviously, we know that's a callback to previous Air Jordan models, such as the Air Jordan 12, but it's just nice to see that it's back on there, prominently featured, even though not on the outside of the shoe, but it's still there for everybody to see. I love the little Nike Air call out on the heel as well. Obviously, that's an ode to the Air Jordan 3 and 4, and then obviously there's splatter print on there, which we all know originated on the Air Jordan 4. But just seeing the Nike branding with this weird new Air font just looks really cool and damn near futuristic while still paying tribute to the past. So I think that those things are really dope. There's so much like Air Jordan history thrown into this shoe. A lot of people are expecting the model to follow the previous patterns, which is like the Air Jordan 34 is gonna pay tribute to the Air Jordan 4 and stuff like that. And while these do pay tribute to the Air Jordan 10, it's kind of taking a page out of the Air Jordan 39's playbook, where they are paying homage to the Air Jordan 9, but in the loosest way possible. However, where they change things is instead of just loosely paying tribute to the Air Jordan 9 like the 39 did, the 40 doesn't just pay tribute to the Air Jordan 10, like with this debut colorway. Obviously, this is paying tribute to the Steels, which are coming back this year, with the toe cap that MJ hated. Interesting. But there's so much other Air Jordan stuff thrown in there. Like, again, I want to point it all out, but I'll just wait till I get the shoe in hand. But there's stuff from almost every Air Jordan in this, and it's really cool to see.
So wouldn't it make it more like an Air Jordan 20?
No, the Air Jordan 20 used laser print to tell the story, but it did not take design cues.
I'm just saying, like, it like shoved as much as they could.
In laser print.
Very, or not very, in a not so subtle way. Well, maybe this one is like
this one's
subtle version.
This one, I would say, I wouldn't call it subtle, because like if you know, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like there's things on there that you're like, oh, that's from this, or this is paying tribute to that. So subtlety, maybe not, but flows with the design in a purposeful fashion, yes. Laser print was literally telling a story in visual form, as you basically drew on the shoe. This is building the shoe out of the past while still keeping it up to date, modern, futuristic, all that stuff, but super clean and stuff like that. So yeah, it's a really interesting thing. I would not correlate it to the Air Jordan 20, not even a little bit. That, like, pick one thing besides the actual laser print on that shoe that is from a different Jordan.
Well, they were still like being individualistic at that point.
Correct. So that's what I'm saying. But they were telling the history of the brand.
Yes.
So that's what this is, but in product form. And I think that it's, I guess maybe subtle is the word, because it is tying it all together, but in ways that like only if you know, you know. So far, based off of what I could see, the shoe looks awesome. Did they look really plain? Yes. Our colorway is going to change that. Yes. Like, I cannot wait to see if they make a white and red, or a black and red, or a white and cement, or a black and cement. Ooh. Now, with all of that being said, do we happen to have time for a quick user-submitted question of the day?
Name 3 shoes that you've played in that you got injured in.
The first one that comes to mind is Kobe 7. My ankle up royally in those. My own ankle. Most recently, the Kobe 5 Protro. That was my fault. I didn't tie my shoes. I was playing with the kids outside. Okay. I crossed over one of the kids. My ankle caught in a weird way on the gravel. Boom, I went down. They all pointed at me and laughed. It was awful. And I remember the sounds that I made. And it was bad. And then only because it's probably the injury that I like, this is the one that really pushed me to take care of my body and learn things about like the Achilles and like that, is when I tore my calf. It wasn't the shoe's fault. I was wearing the flight posits. But yeah, that's not a shoe injury. That's an overuse injury. I was playing a lot and not taking care of my body at the same time, or I was taking care of it, but just not as efficiently.
Your check engine light was on and you were ignoring it, basically.
Correct. Yeah. I needed a little bit of a break, and my body said, you dude, it's happening. So yeah, but that was the one where I really started to deep dive into like what's going on and stuff like that. So I know a lot of stuff about like how to take care of myself and really what is the underlying root cause of a lot of these injuries and things like that. And those are the 3 shoes: Flightposite, Kobe 4. Oh no, not Kobe 4, Kobe 7, my bad. I have not gotten injured in a Kobe 4 before. At least, maybe I did. No, that was a different shoe. Maybe a different story for a different day. Stay tuned for an actual review instead of just a, hey, they put out pictures and a description. Here we go. However, thank you guys for being here. Thank you so much for spending your time with us. We really do appreciate it. We will catch y'all in the next one. So until then, you guys have a good one.